Yo guys, what's up? It's your girl Deb, and today I'm going to show you what it's like to be king. One of the most complicated jobs of a kingdom and the one with the most responsibilities. This is going to come with not only talking about the skills that just came out, and the kingdom buffs that come with that, and the gem cost of each effect that comes with being king. Now this video is going to be super intense, so guys, sit back and enjoy. Alright guys, so the first thing we're going to talk about are these new skills that came out. Wait a minute. Am I getting scouted or attacked? My screen's flashing red. Alright, well let's first talk about the imprison skill, because this skill is actually really cool because it helps lock cities in place and it keeps them from teleporting. And we're going to talk about how this skill actually works. Let's go figure out who scouted us and what the heck his problem is. Let's see. Who was it? Gifted? Man, what does this player want? My screen's still flashing red, so what the heck is this guy's problem? What? Gifted! What is this player doing? It's hitting my farm. Man, my poor little farm. What the heck is his problem? Is he gonna struggle trying to kill my little farm? Apparently so, man. I mean, I guess I could hit him back. Heck yeah, take my P-shield off. What's this guy's problem hitting me? Oh, God, what the heck? Man. Run away, please. Man, what's this player doing hitting farms? I know we don't hit farms inside territory. Man, this player is going to get freaking imprisoned. Bro, for reals? Oh, man, come on. Yeah, you better go run home to your little city. You stuck now. Let's rally him. Alright guys, so we just activated a imprisonment skill. This skill is activated for 15 minutes. And this guy's still below 25, so his timer that he has to wait after attacking somebody is 11 minutes. If you are City Hall 25, it is a full 15 minutes that you have to wait. So this guy cannot teleport. This guy's gonna try to teleport away because he thinks he can escape us. I think not. And as you can see, he is imprisoned and he cannot teleport his city. He is stuck. Oh, sucks to be him. Yep, still can't teleport, imprisoned. As you can see here on Gifted's screen, he has the imprisonment skill. It is activated for 15 minutes and he cannot go anywhere. Alright guys, as you can see here on the screen, it is a 3-hour cooldown per time you use imprisonment. Now if you are in KVK, all the kingdoms that are in KVK with you can use the imprisonment skill on a city for up to however long it takes for them to rally them, I guess. Alright guys, so if you didn't notice already on the screen, our rally is mobilizing to hit Gifted because he's hitting farmers and we don't think that's right in our kingdom because we're at peace. And it's not kill event and he's in the wrong zone even if it was kill event. And there's a really cool skill that if you see on the screen right now, it's the leadership skill. It's the new skill that just hit. It costs 500 gems and there is a cooldown with it, but it does affect all the alliance troops that are in your area. That's pretty cool, right? But anyways, it gives a 3% bonus to the damage dealt to nearby troops for 10 minutes. I mean, that's pretty massive. But if my troop were to die, what happens to it? What happens to this rally when it gets disbanded after we hit a city? Will we hit a city? Let's find out. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, so we just frocked the leadership skill. So it looks like it only affects the troops that are in that area. So even if I move, it doesn't seem to affect anybody. Oh man, so he went ahead and shielded. And as you can see, here goes the rally. We're going to try to hit his city anyways and see what happens to that leadership skill even after it failed. Okay, so there you see it. We tried to hit his city and it failed. A few things happened there. He shielded while he was imprisoned. He still cannot teleport. Yes, if he wanted to, he could migrate at any point in time as long as he left the alliance and got rid of all of his resources, which by the way is a lot to do. but our rally disbanded because it hit his city and it didn't do anything, right? I lost my leadership skill. So at this point, I just lost 500 gems. And I didn't wait till I was around the person that was waiting at his city. So, therefore, he doesn't get the effect of it. So that's how the Aurora works. You have to be within that shielding area in order to be affected by it. You can't wait. Well, we're going to try to activate the leadership skill as we're walking home to see if we can activate it. But it looks like there's a cooldown. So that means that I can't activate the skill. So I have to wait until that cooldown is done before I can activate it. Now, can I activate it on another army? Yes, I can. I can activate it on any allied army. For this video, I do want to make a shout out to Gifted. Thank you so much for being a good sport. It looks like the imprisonment is finally over and he can return. As long as he doesn't act out and decide to attack another army again, I think we'll be all good. He has learned his lesson about attacking farmers, so let's just make sure he doesn't do that again. Right, Gifted? Right, yeah. Alright guys, so now that we have imprisoned Gifted, let's talk about the negative titles that you can give somebody and how they affect them. So we have Traitor, Beggar, Exile, Slave, Sluggard, and Fool. I did discuss this before in my previous video, card up in the top on how to give titles and how to request for titles. So not only can you give out just standard titles, the king has the ability to give the queen, general, and prime minister titles. These three titles are really important to the kingdom because they help give out the defender and sinner titles. Both of these sets of titles are important to have in your kingdom to help during wartime, during off time, and during kingdom buffs. And as you can see as it goes across the screen during this video, we do have a kingdom buff active right now. Let's go take a look at the different kind of buffs that a king can give. Alright, so I'm king and I want to give rewards out to my members, to people within the kingdom that have done extremely well, or if I want to give them to my best friends. You know, it doesn't matter. However you want to play it, this is how you're going to play it. The gifts are really good and they have a pretty awesome rewards with inside. The legendary trophy is, of course, you only get one of those. It's pretty dope. It's got a lot of really good rewards in it. The epic trophy, also pretty good too. It's got some speed ups, target teleport, gold key, talent resets. Advanced trophy, again, speed ups, key, teleport, and so does the elite one. The elite trophy, gems, speed ups, gold key, teleport, talent reset. The chests reset every time the king is recrowned. So when the Lost Temple unshields and reshields, it will automatically reset those gifts. So it's really important that you get those gifts out. Okay guys, let's talk about the kingdom buffs and how they work. The first thing I do want to mention, so I've gotten some feedback from our King Desi of 1874. And we're going to discuss about how these buffs work. He gave me some insight about how it works from being a king. So the only way to activate these buffs or view the other buffs from within the kingdom menu, you have to do it from the Lost Temple. You do not have to be in your home kingdom to view it. So as long as you can hover over and open up the Lost Temple menu, you're good. So let's go ahead and take a look at the kingdom buffs. Let's cover how these buffs work. For the first skill that we have is from the ground up, which is for building speed. Industrial Revolutions for research speed. Mobilize for war is for training. And then we have favorable weather and healing first. The first three are a 4-hour kingdom buff, and the last two are both for 8 hours. So those last two are very crucial to the kingdom if you're just trying to give resource gain, or you're trying to help them heal troops after a long war they just had. All of these skills do have a cooldown. It's all across the board. It is a 20-hour cooldown, so they do have to wait 20 hours before they can activate another buff. So that's really important to know because these buffs are very important to the kingdom, and you can't just activate one every 12 hours. So a good tip here is if you're trying to get a Mobilize for War kingdom buff going and you really want that training speed up, you might want to hold off doing Guardians until a little bit later, so that way you can stack your ruins. That way, you have a higher chance of getting a 15% rune to do your training, research, or building speed ups. The other thing the king can do is send out a kingdom mail. And in this mail, you're able to make an address to the entire kingdom. Whatever you want to say, it goes out to everyone. Kind of cool. Can be used to also address issues within the kingdoms and talk about buffs and new events. The other little screen that you also have is the king screen. You can see who the previous kings were of previous alliances. If any time that these alliances change, the kings change, the members change, it doesn't matter. This is a permanent the permanent screen that you will see all the kings currently. If you are the king when the shield closes on the Lost Temple, you will be put on this list. Let's talk about immigration. The king is able to control the cap for immigration. They can have it as standard. Cap is 25 million. So no matter what, it's set at 25 million. And the king can change that as necessary. And if they wanted to make a no cap, I mean, hey, it's no cap. If your kingdom is Imperium, you can look at your applications and you can see who is applying to your kingdom. You get a max of 3 special immigration requests that you can actually accept people into your kingdom that is higher than 35 million for Imperium only. Other than that, normal kingdoms can just open up the cap. Also to note, it does add 1 additional special immigration chance every 30 days. So if you use all 3 and you're in KVK, it does add another one at the every month cycle. So that's pretty cool. Let's talk about Kingdom Honor. The Kingdom Honor is where in Lost Kingdom in KVK, you can capture somebody else's Crusader Fortress, and it'll be listed here when you capture the Crusader Fortress. This kingdom, you captured this kingdom's Crusader Fortress, or your Crusader Fortress fell to such and such kingdom. I'll show you a screenshot of 1315s as an example. The last thing let's cover is the skills. These skills are actually pretty dope. You got your tax, we talked about the imprisonment already, and then the leadership skill. Imprisonment and leadership we both talked about already. Let's talk a little bit about the tax. This tax, let's go ahead and read it. It's a gathering speed of 30% boost for your kingdom for 8 hours, right? That's an 8-hour time frame where people can gather faster for at 30% additional speed. And when the skill is active, 1% of those resources are going to be going to the king. So that's pretty cool, but it's only capped at 10 million. Really? Come on, guys. 10 million? That's it? I mean, is it worth 4,000 gems? Let's go ahead and activate the tax at 4,000 gems. Yep, I'm just going to use 4,000 gems. Don't worry guys, this is just an alt account. As you can see here, I just activated the King's Skill tax. All governors in the kingdom are going to gain 30% increased gathering speed for 8 hours, and 1% of those resources are going to me. So, and don't worry, I get taxed too. I get taxed on my own resources. Yeah, crazy, right? That's cool. Along with the tax, there is a cooldown. It's the same cooldown as the other buffs. It is a 20-hour cooldown, so by the time this is over, you're not going to have that much time left. But it's still a cooldown. I mean, it's still good, right? The individual kingdom buffs are actually pretty cool. You get 5% across the board against health, defense, and attack. Now, this kingdom buff is very important, especially on the battlefield. And having the king right there in the front lines, that's actually kind of cool. Let's bust a myth that everybody thinks is true about being king. Can you shield? Because I want to tell you something, I don't even know. I've never been king before. Well, I'll take that back. I was king for like 3 seconds to sit on an alliance mail that I was leaving. The kingdom mail. But that was a long time ago. Let's see if I can shield. Because I don't even know if I can. I'm going to have Gifted, our role player, go ahead and send me a scout and see if I can shield. To boost. Okay, let's see if I can open a shield. Oh, it went down. It worked. Haha, myth busted. You can shield when you're king. So I don't know why people say, oh, you can't shield if you're king. That's a lie. I just shielded. So there you have it. That's me being king. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really actually enjoyed making this video because not only am I making this video for you all, I'm making it for everybody else that was curious about it, because it's very hard to have that opportunity. It's like a once in a lifetime opportunity to be king. But is it really worth all the hassle, all the drama, all the attention of being king? I mean, it's going to vary per person. If you like the responsibility, if you like having the ability to control the kingdom a little bit better, then I guess it's worth it, right? I do want to make some recommendations. If you are king and you have a farm account and you're maybe a little short on gems or you don't spend a whole lot, it's definitely useful to use your farm account to activate kingdom buffs. That way you can save your gems and use them on other purposes. You can spend them on wheels, you can spend them in more than gems event, you can spend them however you please. But having a farm account to use those gems makes it a little bit easier on the workload for you. But you gotta trust somebody with being king, because they can cause a lot of damage really quickly. Because they are in charge of the alliance. So you can disband it if you really wanted to. But you'd just be hurting the kingdom and everybody else, and everybody would hate you, or just extremely dislike you at least. But that's what it's like being king. There's so much work involved. One of the last notes I want to make about being king is the new addition to Light and Darkness, where the king actually has the opportunity to, pick teams. They can go to a team and they can join one, or they can pick their own and make their own and create their own alliance messages, but they're also going to get bombarded with messages. So just keep that in mind. Definitely really awesome. And again, thank you. Shout out to 1874, my jumper kingdom, and my potential new home. Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see. And Desi and Gifted, thank you so much for playing a huge role in this video. I appreciate your support. And don't forget, guys, drop a like on the video, subscribe to my channel, ring the bell, and drop a comment and let me know what you thought of this video. Because, guys, Dev was king. I mean, come on, guys. So for now, just keep it real.